Let's talk New York Mets baseball. The Mets are coming off a 2-1 series win versus Miami. Let's just run through those games really quick. Game one, Tyler McGill led us to a 9-3 win with Marte, Lindor, and Alonso hitting home runs. Great game offensively. Glad to see Alonso doing well. Glad to see Lindor doing well. Glad to see Lindor getting his bat going a little bit. We need it from him. Game two, Kodai Senga. What can you say about the guy? Nothing but good things. He did an amazing job. He pitched 6 innings, had 3 hits, 1 home run, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Senga now has a 1.59 ERA, and he's 2-0 with his starts. If he keeps this trend going, he's going to be a number one guy for the Mets. He could become the face of the Mets if he stays this hot, if he stays on fire. I'm glad that we have him. I hope he stays doing as well as he's doing. And, he keeps getting us those wins with that ghost forkball. I love it. Love every inch of it. Love every second of it. Seems to be a good guy. He's come over here. He's handled the pressure well. Hasn't really bothered him. His first time on the mound out there, he was a little bit shaky. But in this next game, starting off first time in Flushing, Queens, he did an amazing job. He didn't seem to be startled at all. He didn't seem to be worried about it. I think he got into his groove. Did exactly what we needed him to do to get that win. Way to go. Game three, Carlos Carrasco. What can we say? The man struggled once again. He's now 0 for 2. Mets lost 7-2. As soon as the second inning, I was already saying we need to get him out of there. We need to pull him out of there. He was having a rough time early on. I was surprised that Buck left him in there, but they say that Buck is a little bit more lenient when it comes to the older guys, when it comes to the veterans or whatnot. He gives them a little bit longer. But Mets fans across the board are not happy with Carrasco. He is not doing well so far. 0 for 2, 11.42 ERA, 5 strikeouts, and just over 8 innings pitched. In this game, game three, he had 4.2 innings, 6 hits, 6 earned runs, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout. Not really doing that well, if you ask me. I know it's rough on you. You're in there. He's living his dream, playing for the New York Mets or whatnot. I know he'd hate to see it go away. So maybe Buck will give him a little bit more time and, he can get things together. He did have a rough end of the season last year, so it's kind of continuing into this season. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. Not too impressed with Carrasco. Like I said, 0 for 2, 11.42 ERA. Not really looking that good. Overall, it was a good series versus Miami. We took it 2-1. We had a little bit of a flare up there with Jazz Chisholm. If you watched the series, you saw him get ejected from the game. Good on him. He was being disrespectful and rude and taunting the fans there. You can't come into the Boys in Blue Stadium and do that. You cannot do it. I don't appreciate it. Don't disrespect the bullies in the blue hats or their fans. Don't appreciate it. Let's talk about game one, Padres rematch of the 2022 NL wild card. Scherzer took the mound. He led the way, 5-0 shutout. He pitched 5 innings. He had 1 hit, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Not too bad. He was having a rough time, though, as far as getting out of the innings. I think in 5 innings, he had already thrown 97 pitches in 5 innings. There was a lot of foul balls, a lot of tipped pitches, so he was having a hard time closing out each batter. His pitch count went up really high, really early. But, he pitched a shutout while he was there. I'll take it anytime, any day. And hopefully that trend continues and he keeps working and keeps us going. Offensively, we did a wonderful job. We're talking about the Mets with 7 hits. McNeil, Canna, and Lindor each hitting doubles. Glad to see Lindor still doing well. Defensively, Lindor is a beast. Offensively, he's been doing okay, I would say, but I'm glad to see him really getting going on the offensive side. Once he's going on both sides, it's Lindor. He's unstoppable. And this is against Yu Darvish. This pitcher was 5-0 versus the Mets. This guy has our number. Not going to lie. Or at least he had it up until last night. They did wonderful offensively against him. Defensively as well. It was a shutout. Escobar had a sacrifice fly. He drove in his 4th run of the season. Everybody is still a little bit shaky on Escobar. They're not sure what we're going to do with him or whatnot, whether Buck is going to send him back down, bring up Beatty. We'd like to see Beatty. Beatty is back playing again. He's coming back off of his injury. He's doing okay. Nitto and Guillorme, let's move along. They had 2 crazy dribbles. One was a bunt, one was a dribble down the third base line. If you watched the game, it was incredible to see. The balls just dribbled right on the foul line and did not go over. It was amazing. The dugout erupted into laughter and clapping, and the guys are just having a good time. It was amazing to see. The announcers were losing it. Everybody, the look on the Padres' faces was amazing. They were completely stunned at what happened. David Robertson, Adam Ottavino, they came in, they closed it out. It was great. All in all, great first game of this 3-game series. The Mets have now won 3 of their last 4, which isn't bad after getting absolutely demolished by the Brewers. They went 19 scoreless innings against the Brewers. So, that was embarrassing. It didn't look good, but they're back home. They're back in New York. Maybe they're feeling better. Maybe they're happier about, where they are. They're getting a little bit of time home, getting to rest a little bit. And, they're feeling okay. So I'm happy for them, especially coming off of that bad loss. This is a good start to this series. Hopefully the trend continues, and hopefully, we can keep this going and take this series. I'd love to see them sweep this series. So far, it's looking good. Really quick, let's take a look at the leaders for both sides, both offensive sides, excuse me. Yeah. Let's take a look here. We have Starling Marte. He is leading with a 303 average. Excuse me. Can't get my words together. Sorry about that, guys. But Marte is out right now. If you watched it, that last game there versus Miami, Marte slid into third base and hit his head on the leg of the Marlins player. He doesn't have any concussion or anything like that. He's okay. They said that he is just has a strained neck or whatnot. So no concussion, shouldn't be any problems. Nothing too serious, hopefully. Okay, Pete Alonso. Let's take a look at him. He's leading in runs. Yeah, look at that. Pete Alonso, he's got 8. He's also leading in home runs. He's got 5 home runs, and he's also leading in RBIs. Pete Alonso, look at that. He's cleaning it up, man. He's in 3 different positions with the in the leader slot. Marte also has 4 stolen bases right here. So looking good. Let's take a look at pitching really quick. See what we got going on. David Robertson, he's got 2 saves. Earned run average. Look at Kodai. That's the guy. I'm telling you, he's the one to watch. He might become the star. 1.59 ERA. He is also tied with Scherzer. Look at this. They're tied. 14 strikeouts apiece. And his whip is the best on the team at 1.06, which is really good. Just a quick look at those little bit of standings or whatnot and see what we have going on with the team. Glad to see them coming off of a win. Hopefully the trend continues. And that's about it. Let's go Mets.